Hey, Russell of Hotels. Russell of Hotels going live for a couple minutes. Hey, I don't normally do YouTube, but I'm new to YouTube. No, I'm not new to YouTube. I do other things on YouTube, but I don't do lives on YouTube. So I've been doing them on Instagram. But now, guess what? I'm going to start doing them on YouTube. Okay, so there you go. So I'm Russell of Hotels. I do a live hospitality talk show. It's called On Air with Russell of Hotels. It's live here on YouTube. It's live on LinkedIn as well. What do we talk about? I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of the hospitality industry. Mostly good, but you know what? There's always some stuff that can go on. But my job is to share that information with you. I'm actually on my way outside, so let's see. Set this up. But yeah, so I do these lives I've been doing lives every Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. here in LA because I'm located in LA, right? So looks like an ASU vegan themed t-shirt with those colors. Always good to have you on, Dylan. Thank you so much. Dylan's a general manager at the Fairfield Inn by Marriott out in Eugene, Oregon. So we always welcome him. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comments. But yeah, so I love comments. I love people to come on. Good morning. How are you, sir? But yeah, so I normally do this on Instagram. I may still continue to do it on Instagram, but I'm gonna do more on YouTube because I think I can reach more people, and that's what it's all about, right? You know, I'm a hotel hospitality consultant. I help people with content creating, help hotels and tourism boards with creating content for their brand, if that's a hotel brand, if that's a tourism brand, whatever that is. I'm here to help. If it's a vegan brand, I'm here to help. I also do hotel site selection, which is helping companies and organizations and sometimes even individuals would find a hotel for their meeting, their retreats, their conventions, their conferences, whatever getaways they're trying to do. I'm here to assist with that, and not just nationally, but internationally as well. I've done meetings in what do you call it, Italy and in Greece as well. So, you know what? I do whatever I need to do to assist the clients. Let's see, what else? And I have On Air with Russell of Hotels. So I'm a hospitality personality, so I have a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is actually live here on YouTube as well as on LinkedIn. So please, check out my channel and please subscribe. I'm trying to build that up, whenever I can. So I'm always going to mention that. So what have I been doing today? I came from a trip last week and I had been under the weather a little bit, so I haven't been able to, well, I had not done it. I guess I was still able to do it because I work from home, but I just didn't do it. So what I did was, what I'm doing today is working on inputting the contacts. So I was at a trip last week. It was called, I was attending we call it trade shows, a conference, an educational conference, IPEC, which stands for Independent Planners Educational Conference. So I'm an independent planner, okay, or hotel site selection person. So we get invited to these conferences, and there's, educational, and there's a lot of people that are similar to me or have similar types of businesses to me. And, we can learn from each other, we can network, that kind of thing. But we also meet with tourism boards, people from tourism boards, as well as other hotels and other people similar to us. But when we come back, that's when the work starts because you have to input all the information that you receive from the people that you met. So each meeting planner like myself is required to have about 20 appointments during a 2-day period. And what do you do with the information that you get? So I get business cards like these, and what I don't know what other people do, but I know I use a program called what is it called, Salesforce. So I just put all my information, their name, their organization, what markets they handle, the conversation they had with me, as far as how they can help me or how I can help them, kind of thing. So, just so you can follow up with them later with email addresses and all that kind of stuff. So it's always important to especially on the hotel side. It's always important to follow up with who you met with, because you never know, they may have business for you, right? So that's what it comes down to. Or I never know, I may need that hotel for a group that I may have coming to that particular destination, right? So IPEC was in Memphis, Tennessee last week. So it went Tuesday through Thursday. So I'm just now catching up, right? So I'm, like I said, I was sick for a couple of days, and I'm inputting my information today. So I inputted like maybe 12 contacts already, and I got another probably about 6 to go. Is that 6? Yeah, about 7 to go. So I'll just get those knocked out later on today, and then I'm done with that. And then I can start, when things happen, because I never know where my clients are gonna want, where they're gonna meet next, right? So it is important that I attend as many as I can't even speak today. It's important that I attend as many shows as I can over the course of a year to gain more contacts, gain knowledge about, different destinations, different hotels within those destinations, because I don't know where my clients are going to want to go. And I consider myself a resource, right? So if someone calls me and say, hey, I'm going to Memphis, Tennessee, do you have a hotel that you would recommend? Or you can help me, book a group that, in that particular destination. I said, oh, hey, the Peabody. I was just at the Peabody. Well, first I got to get the information about about this group first, because they may not be able to afford the Peabody. So, I have to do some fact finding first. I have to basically interview them on what type of group this is, what they hope to gain from this, and maybe what their budget is, what their dates are, and then go from there, and then kind of hopefully put the right group with the right hotel, right? Because everything revolves around a budget, and maybe they don't have the budget for the Peabody. So, which is fine. I mean, there's other hotels within that Memphis area, and I can find them, the proper hotel for them. So there you go. So that's part of what I do. It's part of what I did today. And like I said, I'll start doing these lives here on YouTube a little more, because like I said, I was doing them on Instagram, and Instagram is great for certain things, and YouTube is great for other things. So it's good to spread the love around, right? So these lives don't have to be long, or they're not going to be long, but I just want to come and just kind of reintroduce myself, because I was doing lives on here before, but I kind of got away from it. But it's just good to come on and just say hey, and so you get used to me, because this is not the last you're gonna see of me, right? So Russell of Hotels, I do these lives every single Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 and noon. Okay, you'll be heading to Nashville as well. Yes, I'm actually going to Nashville next week. I think next Thursday. So yeah, a week from tomorrow, I'll be heading out to Nashville for a couple of days. And yeah, so I've never been to Nashville. So that will be fun, interesting, educational because I've never been there. So I'm gonna educate myself on the destination, right? So that's what you do when you go to these, when you have the opportunity to go to different destinations. For me, it's about educating myself on what's going on. Okay, yeah, I want to enjoy myself. I want to, I want to eat. I want to see if they have vegan food, right? You know, so Memphis had some vegan spots as well, but I got to check out Nashville now, right? In Memphis, it's Beale Street, right? Beale Street is where the happenings are. In Nashville, I believe, is Broadway. So I'm gonna be there next week and see what's going on. Nashville's heavy on music as well, probably different types of music. Exciting. Hope they have unique spots. I know it'll make for good content. Yeah, I know it will too. So it's gonna be fun. I'll do some lives there, from there. Show you the hotel I'm staying in, show you some, some of the things that I'm gonna be checking out and all that stuff. So that should be fun as well. So I do this thing called Office of the Day. So I go to hotels locally. I'm in Los Angeles, and I kind of post up and utilize their Wi-Fi, and then just kind of I do my work, but I'm kind of observing at the same time, right? Observing the operation of the hotel and things like that, because you can learn a lot from just sitting and watching. Okay, you can learn a lot about an operation. How well it's running, how poorly it's running. Are they able to deal with guests that are coming in, and and how the guests react to the hotel itself, as well to the employees. So it's interesting. So yeah, so I definitely love doing that as well. But I'll share all that stuff with you in the coming days. But that's it. You know what? I don't like I said, I don't have to do I don't have to talk a lot on these lives. I wish more managers greeted you and interacted with you. However, I think it would be worth their while. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it probably would be. But eh, things come in time, Dylan. And be careful what you ask for sometimes because you may get it, and sometimes I'm in a position where I want to talk, and sometimes I'm in a position where I want to observe and learn more, right? So, but no, but it's always good to interact with people, especially like general managers or the directors of sales or just people in a hotel in general, if they have time to interact. But that comes in time. But I'm not, like I said, be careful what you ask for. So, but no, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I know I can help hotels out. That's the key, right? I know I can help hotels out. I know I can be a resource for them as well as for my clients or potential clients when it comes to hotels. Um, I can be more of a resource to the hotel itself as far as if they're open-minded though, right? Because you can, I don't think anyone's gonna ever ask me if I'm in a hotel lobby and say, "Hey, what do you think about our operation here?" I would, I'm waiting for that opportunity to have a discussion about different operations and how I see it, right? How I see it working and how I see that they can improve something. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But you never know. You never know. I mean, they have to be open minded to constructive criticism, if you will, because at the end of the day, it's about the guests and how the guest is perceiving what's going on in that hotel, right? You always want to make sure your guests are walking away happy and and with a great experience. And that's not going to happen 100% of the time, but you should be able to at least if you have a presence in your hotel during especially like heavy check-in time, heavy checkout time. I think that's where a lot of things happen, and I think sometimes our managers are not accessible during those times. And I think that's the times they should be, right? I don't expect the general manager to be there 24/7 at night, there at night as well as in the morning. But I do expect the presence why he or she is there. Because, like I said, a lot of things can be avoided. A lot of things can, um, things can be avoided because once a guest leaves a hotel and they have a maybe a negative experience, that negative experience is done. Basically, they're gonna go, and once they get that what do you call it, the survey, they're gonna go wild on the survey, right? But if you can stop them, if you have a presence in your lobby before they leave, and they're able to have a conversation with you, and you're able to rectify that situation, well then when they get this survey, they're more likely to put a favorable review, at that time. So, opposed to something that is gonna go off and go, "Oh, this is crazy. This has happened to me, and this is crap. I'll never come back here again." So, but a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand that presence. Just because you're in the lobby doesn't mean you have a presence. Okay, you can be in the lobby and just be there, just occupying space. But if you're there and you're interacting with people and you're listening to people, you're having conversation with people, that's a presence. That's the presence that you want as a manager. I'm not just gonna say as a general manager, but there needs to be a managerial presence in the lobby, especially during heavy check-in and check-out times. 7:30 in the morning to like 9. Those are optimal times in the morning because a lot of people are checking out. When are people checking in? Normally around like 5ish. Between, they say check-in times at 3 o'clock most hotels, but a lot of the bulk of the people check in around 5ish, right? So 4:30 to maybe 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? So that it behooves the hotel to have at least a manager presence during that time, and a lot of times it's that manager on duty, that person that comes in and works that shift. So whatever it is, whatever the title is, I don't think the title matters. I just think it matters that you have a manager presence, okay? And those are things, if I ever met with someone and they were open to what I had to say, that would be the key. That's the key for everything, I think. That's the advice I would give most hotels. Have a presence in your lobby during heavy checkout times and heavy check-in times. It will avoid a lot of crap that can go on. So, and this is just from experience. So one thing that I do share with people is my experience. It's nothing that I make up. It's nothing that I know nothing about. I come to you with 14 different hotels under my belt, 25 to 30 years of experience, from being a housekeeping manager to some food and beverage experience to sales manager to director of operations to director of sales and marketing to a general manager of a hotel. So 14 different hotels and many different positions. So it's not like when I call myself a hospitality personality, I don't just come on here and just talk about, I want to do these lives because I'm a hospitality personality. Well, yeah, I am that, but I come with a wealth of hotel hospitality experience, right? So I'm not just shooting from the hip. You know what I mean? I'm spitting game from experience, right? So there you go. So that's it. I think I've been on here long enough. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you again. Must go tackle some business calls. Be safe, my friend. Have a great walk. Yes, thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Dylan. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll do it again tomorrow. Peace.